Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
It's another fucking podcast with your boys Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure. This week, we don't have James or Tig, so we got
Jordan.
Big homie Grim.
And this week, we're going to talk about
Alabama football.
Roll Tide.
And also about how Fletch, I'm coming for you.
That's right, bitches. It's another motherfucking wild night of passion and sex and wild hat hair.
Ow!
I have no hair under my hat.
Ow!
That's right. It's episode 27.
Gotta throw
Unless
90s
it's,
out.
unless it's episode 28. I don't know.
It's
Anyway,
27. It's
It's episode 27, baby.
Forget shit. You know, I used to make commercials when I was younger.
Who forget shit?
Oh, I know.
I didn't forget. I didn't know that. You never told me.
Yes, I forgot that I did. I remember today, whenever you asked me, you're like, hey, man, or I called you and you're doing, I'm like, oh, shit. And I was like cleaning up my apartment. I'm like, nigga, I used to make commercials when you were younger. And I was like, damn, I used to make commercials. Kind of like talk to the third person.
That's right. That's right. Make sure your microphone's on because it's another fucking podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
It's a podcast.
That's right. That's right. It's Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure, episode 27. And if it, yep, that's right. You don't hear Mark. You don't hear Eric. You don't hear James.
Minus the two.
That's right. That's right. Because it's another fucking guest show.
Both returning guests.
No, Marcus hasn't returned as a guest. He's an audience member. He's been as an audience member.
Oh, I thought you said earlier.
Kevin was going to come.
Oh, so it's just
He was
me
returning
now.
guest.
See, only one reigns.
So now you're officially the only returning guest.
And with that, I'm done.
You know what I'm saying? If you guys who are familiar with the show, that's Jordan Chomanowski. I'm here. And we got your big boy, big homie, Grim. At big homie Grim.
No one knows his real name.
And Jordan is
No real
at
names.
what that boy name is.
You know my real name? At Big Homie Grim.
At big homie
We don't
Grim.
believe you.
And at what that boy name is. That's right, baby. Well, how y'all doing, man? Thanks for coming out. Eric and James, they're otherwise predisposed at this moment.
Slacking.
For inviting me.
Say it what it is.
I'm glad to rush through traffic to fight some people. Saw a motorcycle dude almost die.
Pinch casting. We've done it before.
Yeah, man. It's all good, you know.
To that Craigslist ad, and I thought there were
Yeah.
women here. Fucking liars.
Yeah,
Yep.
well,
This is
that's how you get people to show up on time. Tell them lies.
It's always a setup.
Yeah, I'm never
Yeah.
on time.
Yeah, baby.
Probably why I got fired.
So usually we would start with the NFL because they are the massa of sports. But we gonna start
Did you say NASA or Massa?
massa.
Oh, Massa.
For all you guys
Is that true, though?
out
I
there,
don't know
they're
if
the
that's true.
masters.
I don't know if they're the masses.
Massa. Well, they are the number one sport in America.
But for
So,
how long?
I mean, what's gonna out? Because I think basketball's growing. So what's gonna out?
We'll get to that topic. We'll get to that topic in just a
Trending
second.
downward.
Yeah, football.
But first of all, we're gonna start with college football,
Oh,
baby,
God.
baby.
See,
About that time, shot it. About that.
see. Now I feel like I walked into a setup. I got two Alabama guys. They're like, yeah, come have fun. Talk about sports on this podcast.
And for the first 45 minutes, it's gonna be all Alabama. No, I'm
We got a
joking.
little bit of time for some other, like not soccer, not baseball.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Alabama basketball, Alabama football, Alabama soccer, Alabama baseball. No,
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, and you guys can finish
no, but
up.
we're gonna talk about. Well, we might as well start with Alabama. Let's start in alphabetical order. Nick Saban got re-signed.
Woo!
Why not just to
2025.
Why not just to infinity though?
2025. That's what and it's funny because he was talking about analysts and shit and ESPN commentators were talking about, oh my gosh, he's getting paid so much money.
Worth everybody.
But yeah, and then Paul Feinbaum was like, well, I think he's worth a good $50 million a year because if you think about it, if he was up in New York City with the boys up there on Wall Street and he was turning around one of them Wall Street companies, he'll be making, about $500 million a year. And I was like, well, Paul, you right, because now he's making $8.3 million a year, and I'm like, he needs about 15.
But what was it, like a 7-year deal, or what was it?
7 years.
Would that put him in how old would he be at the end of that though?
He's 66.
Yeah, that'd be in his
so
70s. Yeah, which I mean, I don't see him stopping. I feel like he's a machine, but I don't see Urban Meyer coaching that long into his 70s. I don't see him
Urban
coaching.
Meyer already had health issues.
Urban Meyer fucks too many college students to stay in one place that long.
People say a lot of things, but
it's more than provably false.
if it was true, I still think you would give your friend a high five if he told you that.
If my friend told me what?
That he was hooking up with cheerleaders in college.
No, but not if he was 48 years old.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
You'd be like, get it while you can.
Nah.
Yeah, you would.
Not if he was out here pretending to be
was
the
he
most.
married?
Yeah, he's married, and he's out here being the most high Mormon ass.
Oh, look at get off your ivory tower.
He's like, come on, bro.
Your
out here
elephant
trying to
ivory
pretend
tower.
To be this fictitious character. And by the way, I've always hated Urban Meyer ever since he was at Utah. Ever since he was at Florida, I always hated him. Got a good, strong hate for Urban Meyer.
Well, if you guys want to have a conversation about rumors and stuff, that's a
it's not a rumor, man. Look,
it's still a rumor because it's not
Urban
been.
Meyer.
I mean, look, it's a rumor of substance, but it's still a rumor.
I will give you that LeBron James's alleged baby mama out there somewhere in the world is rumor. That's a rumor.
I can make up a rumor about you right now, and it could have just as much weight.
Well, first of all, don't do that because it might be true. You might think you're making up something, and it might be real.
Somebody be like, man, Bill really did that.
So what's this about college football? What do you want to talk about? Bama, of course.
Well, I started out with the contract. That's the natural news out there.
Which I think as a non-Alabama fan, I think I've seen no problem with that contract at all.
Just for such an
Not
occasion.
I mean, I have a little bit of Alabama recruiting news.
Yes.
Oh shit, number one already.
Yeah, actually, it is quite interesting because from last year we actually were very subpar, as in not good.
Still had the number one class.
No, we were number 4 or 5 last year.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Georgia had, we
oh yeah, Georgia was number 1. Ohio State was number 2.
Yeah, we didn't do that good.
Kirby took all our recruits.
But we had the best per.
But the funny thing is, Nick Saban said there wasn't really that high quality of a candidacy last.
I believe him when he says it too. And I'm not saying that facetiously.
But this year, I think we started out. We hit the ground and we are running. So far, we have 20 commits we have verbal commitments from. 16 4-stars, 4 3-stars, but one of the 3 stars is the best kicker in the nation.
But here's the thing,
and he's amazing.
You have a great class. I wouldn't doubt if you end up number 1, because this is the thing with when you're looking at 247, which I think most of us is what we're talking about here.
I do 247.
Yeah, but they do composite.
But I do rivals for my I do rivals for the for the numbers for the for the stars, because they only have a few. They only have a few.
See, I'm not a rivals guy at all, but anyway,
rivals doesn't have a lot of 5 stars.
The only thing I'm saying is right now Georgia is sitting at number 2 with 4 or 5 less recruits than you, and is nipping on your heels right now.
But we also haven't signed one single 5-star, and that's the important part.
Those always sign late. Those always sign late.
Right now we have the 24/7 sports. I do them for the projections and what's trending for the crystal ball trendings or trends. And right now we have 3 5-stars that are trending above 50% or above 50% comparably. So we have the number 1 running back again.
Yeah, Trey Sanders is starting to trend there. Yeah.
And he decommitted from us 1/1/2018, so January 1st. But
that's because the Emory dude just signed with or was committed to Georgia or whatever. So now you guys opened up for Trey Sanders. Yeah.
Right. And we also have Pierce Quick. He's the offensive tackle.
Quick! Quit shooting that little shit. Put that shit away. You. Sorry. Harlem Nights reference. Excuse me. But continue. We got Quick.
Oh, man. Well, I think we do because he's from Alabama, and it's pretty much between Alabama and Auburn, and I think he'll come
And we already know where that's going to
happen. Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's coming out.
I got a question for you.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Nah, seriously, though. I got a question. About players who's actually there. 2 of the most important players on the field, on the team. And that's Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa.
I just saw
Tagovailoa.
I just saw they did a coaches poll. They did a coaches poll, and they picked Tua as who they think is going to be starting.
Right. But
Jalen Hurts said he's not leaving the team regardless of who starts.
Let me tell you what I think is going to happen because I've been listening to Saban.
We need both of them.
Yeah, so the general consensus is that Tua should start amongst the quote-unquote
I'd rather have Jalen.
The quote-unquote professionals. But I think I've come around and I've said Jalen. Jalen should start. Look, Jalen should be the starter, but because of the numbers, the dude still had 20 touchdowns last year?
I mean, you could put a wide receiver behind that offensive line, and I guarantee you he'll be able to throw some touchdowns.
I say Jalen Hurts as an outsider because of how that story would go, right? So Jalen comes in, goes well, great. If it doesn't, you still have Tua in the back to come in for the fans and get excited behind. If
the other way around, it doesn't work.
All of a sudden, your momentum and that perceived, where you're trending, all of a sudden seems down. Well, even though it might not be, but it would seem down.
I agree. Now, let me tell you what I think Saban is actually going to do. And he may not do it, but this is what he's been saying. He says, a lot of people haven't been talking about. I'm going to try to do my Saban. What a lot of people haven't been talking about is how you have 2 quarterbacks. Why not use 2 quarterbacks?
Don't do that.
Let me tell you something. If anybody can use 2 quarterbacks,
but you shouldn't though.
This guy.
Alabama won a national championship winning 2 quarterbacks.
Designed to be able to use 2 quarterbacks right now. It's this team.
He shouldn't do it though.
He totally should do it. I think he should totally do it.
All that shows is that both those quarterbacks are weaker than you think.
Normally, I would agree with you. Now, let me tell you why.
Okay, so Urban Meyer won with 2 quarterbacks once, and Chris Leak and Tebow, and Saban won with 2 before 2. So, did any of those quarterbacks do anything?
Let me tell you why that.
No, I mean,
let me tell you why those don't matter in this case. The reason those don't matter in this.
Win a Heisman also?
No, he didn't. I don't think he did.
No.
I think he was in the Heisman candidacy.
He lost to what's his face? I don't remember.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He didn't get drafted. Didn't make an NFL team. But I think he tried out for the Dolphins.
But either one of these, any
my
of those
whole point
quarterbacks
is the reason that it will work if he chooses to do it is because they're not too much differences in their game. Like Tua can actually run the ball. Like a lot of his game is predicated on running the ball, and he runs the same way. He's just not as big as Jalen, so he's not as successful, I guess you could say, running that way. But then he can throw the ball down the field further with more confidence. Jalen Hurts has been pretty fucking accurate.
Okay,
he's had some serious amount of touchdowns thrown and has won the highest amount of percentage games in the college football is for a quarterback from the last 2 seasons.
Here's
the thing. Here's the thing. What Jalen's what is he a
Jalen's a junior this year.
Junior?
No, he's
just
a true
regular junior, right?
He was a true freshman when he started.
And Tua's what, a redshirt sophomore, freshman?
Tua's a true sophomore.
Okay, so when you are going to do this 2 quarterback system, aren't you really taking snaps away from either one of the quarterbacks,
like that you
which
said
is
that.
which is fucking up their NFL shit, which
Hear me out
influences recruiting. When you see that,
You know why he's not fucking it up?
No, hear me
because
out now.
Tua has a whole nother year of eligibility.
What you guys aren't talking
But they're
about.
fucking Jalen.
What you guys aren't talking about now is the new rule that the NCAA just
oh yeah, the red
enacted.
shirt.
Yeah, that you can transfer, so you can play up to 4 games in red shirt.
Yeah.
And still be able to transfer and have a full year of eligibility after that transfer. So the major thing
But
is
you just said Jalen. Dad said he's not going nowhere.
I know not now. But if he stays, because it's too late, man. But if he stays, because word on the streets now is, we've had a whole bunch of players go to Oregon. Jalen Hurts almost went to Oregon.
Almost.
But it would have been terrible for him to go to Oregon.
Hear me out now.
Because he's not going to develop. The reason it's terrible to go to Oregon is because, or any other school like that, is because they're not going to develop his passing, which is the only thing that that he needs to get that NFL chip. The only
Ohio
thing he needs to say, "Hey, I'm going to the league next year." is
Ohio
to be able to
State
show
could have
he
been
can
in the
pass.
same situation this year with Dwayne Haskins and Joe Burrow. They weren't going to do a 2-quarterback thing because they've tried that with Cardell and JT, and it did not work out. So what happens? Joe Burrow transfers to LSU. Now he's at LSU.
Right.
Dwayne's starting.
And Joe Burrow, they think that Joe Burrow's going to
like Joe
with their
Burrow. I
new
was hoping
OC
Joe
and
Burrow was going to be our starter.
Let me tell y'all
Joe
something.
Burrow's dope, dude.
I love
Mr.
how people
Football
talk
out.
about quarterbacks
But
before they get to play,
LSU ain't gonna
before they
win
get to
shit.
come down and play some real defenses, some NFL type defense. When they come down there and they play them NFL type
What
defenses,
happened last time?
they get just struggling. What happened against Ohio State and Alabama is Lane Kiffin stopped running the ball after the 50-yard line. Go look at the tape. Every fucking time we got
whenever
to
we played
and we gave you-
with the
and we-
Heisman Trophy
and we gave
winner.
I was at the
And we
game.
gave you-
Whenever we played Ohio State in
And we gave
New
you
Orleans,
3 fumbles.
in New Orleans, that game that was a scam. It was a setup because
Well, that's
Alabama,
closer to you than us.
Exactly, and the problem was that Alabama players, not players, but the crowd and some players, but we have a partying mentality. The game was after it was New Year's Day.
That's not our.
The whole crowd was dead.
So, dude, that was a benefit for you guys being there. I don't care what you say. The
None
rest
of that
the-
shit matters.
None of it
because
matters.
what matters
the whole crowd was
is
dead, man.
Lane
does-
Kiffin
Terrible
did not
game time.
run the foot. Look at the tape.
Ohio
Kiffin
State
did
also
not run the
gifted you
ball.
multiple turnovers.
No, that ain't gifted. That was
Oh, yeah?
Dante Hightower going off.
Oh yeah, or just
fucking,
just strip like.
No,
dude,
and that was
either way, it was 3.
That was
how many
physical.
How
Cardell
many
Jones.
teams?
We weren't
Okay,
prepared
how
for
many?
Cardell Jones.
How many teams?
6'8".
Nah, bro,
Bill,
that was
we
not
weren't
it.
prepared for
That
him.
wasn't
Bill.
it. They did not
Bill.
have possession.
That big boy was running.
Bill,
We're not
how
gonna-
many
go back
teams?
and look at the
how many
tape.
teams in a championship game fumble 3 times before halftime and win the game? How
Plenty.
many?
I don't
No,
know.
not
Look,
plenty.
Let me
Not
tell you something.
Plenty.
I don't have the stat.
But you know it's the truth. You don't need the stat.
That
You
wasn't
know
a
it's true.
championship game either.
You
It
know
was
it's
a playoff
true.
game.
No one fumbles that much and wins.
It was a playoff game. It wasn't a
Yeah,
championship.
whatever.
Game. And no one doesn't
It was the
run
real-
the football after the 50-yard line.
It was
and
the
wins
real
game.
championship
Tell me,
because those were the 2 best teams.
tell
man.
me.
Those were the 2
I'll agree with that. But tell me what team has won a game after not running the football after the 50-yard line.
But whose fault is that? Like
It's Lane Kiffin's.
Okay, but that's not
saying-
our fault.
I didn't say it was. Did I? I said it was Lane Kiffin's fault. That's
Yeah.
what I said. I don't blame nobody else. People got to understand that. Oh,
But this
Guess
is what you
not.
said. Like the offense still moved against your. You said come down here and play this NFL defense. There's other
we don't
teams
have
that
Lane
can play.
Kiffin.
But there's other
And-
teams that can play against
my
your
whole
defenses.
point was in the SEC
yeah,
as a whole, encumbrous.
not as a whole, as in your half of it.
No, even the defenses on the
Oh,
East are tough.
Vanderbilt's fucking tough.
Hey, they only let us put
Yeah.
45 on them.
Come on, Kentucky's
they
shut
only
down.
let us put 45 on
Kentucky's
them.
shut down. Tennessee, come on, dude.
Oh,
like don't
Syracuse
like
is balling too now.
that's not SEC.
Yeah, Syracuse put something on Ohio State last year, didn't they?
No, Syracuse. We didn't play Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Didn't y'all play Syracuse? Who beat y'all about 31?
Oh, that was
last year?
Clemson.
You
And
mean,
Clemson
you mean
takes-
Iowa.
Oh yeah,
You mean Iowa?
that's in Big
Iowa?
Ten. But we're
That's
talking
what
about
he meant.
SEC though.
Yeah, same thing. Y'all got dominated last year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
You
that
know.
was one game. Yeah, for sure.
We've
Totally.
never-
And we
we've-
didn't
of
belong
all-
in there, and I'm glad we weren't there.
I think Syracuse would have dominated y'all too.
No, Syracuse is trash.
So
Syracuse has
Ohio
been trash
State-
since Donovan McNabb.
Ohio State is in the.
See, look
in the
at it.
West?
We're trying to have a fucking
They're in the East.
football conversation.
They're in the West.
They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. We're in the East.
You're in the East. Y'all are in the East. We're in the West.
Y'all
Who's
don't have
gonna
any-
win?
Y'all don't have any competition.
Who's gonna
What are you
win?
talking about?
Garbage,
Who's gonna win the Big Ten?
Penn State. What? What?
Who's gonna win the Big Ten?
Us?
You think Ohio State is gonna win the Big Ten this year?
Why would who would? I mean, the other
Not Michigan.
if Shea Patterson's legit,
Yeah.
but they haven't proven shit. Like they
Not Penn State.
I mean, they could, but they lost Saquon, which I mean that's huge.
yeah, but they a factory of running backs at Penn State, basically.
Who was before Saquon?
I mean, you want me to go through
Well,
all of
name
the running
one.
backs?
Name
Come
the
on,
last
man.
one.
There's
Well,
been
it's a
plenty of Penn
factory.
State.
You should be able to
It is,
name
like,
one.
There's plenty of, look, man, I watch NFL and they be like,
but
Penn
if
State running
if
back.
you call it a factory, you should be
Penn
able to
State
name
running
one
back, Penn State
example.
running back, Penn
One
State
example.
running back, Penn
One
State running
example.
back.
I don't know
One
one.
example.
The Nittany line. I didn't even know.
See,
I
okay,
knew-
see, that's my point. So it must not be that
I mean,
big a
back in the
factory.
day, they used to
Google.
I
run,
can
like,
I can name 4 or 5
They used to run,
Alabama
like, the-
running backs that have come
Google
out.
them right
Yeah,
now.
but I
can't-
mean that's like
Okay,
recent.
but if you're gonna
Recent.
call it a factory,
Exactly.
Okay, but if he's gonna call it factory,
But Penn State did used to.
Let me
have,
go
like,
ahead
they
and
used to
sit here
run-
back
and
in the
go
day.
Penn
But I'm
State
saying who's the
running
last
backs.
couple? Who's the last couple?
I mean,
I'm just saying if you're gonna call it a factory, give me
they
some-
always get love from the ratings, man. I think all teams are kind of like below like most SEC standards, except for like a few SEC West teams, because we beat up on ourselves so much that we really need to have like a more encumbersome type of football schedule.
half
that
of
would
your
let us
division
play
is
you guys
amazing,
or
and the other
something.
half is nah.
That's just like all, you
Yeah,
know.
of course, it's the same with ours.
And I
It's the
think
same with ours.
the ACC is starting to try to come up, you know. So
The
I think
ACC has
failing
2
me
good
right now.
teams. 2 good teams, and that's including if you think FSU is good.
yeah.
It's Clemson. That's it. The rest of the ACC is
Miami's
garbage.
dude. Miami is
ACC is a basketball league.
Yeah, but-
Any
Yeah.
They're
basketball
the
Miami
old
league,
to
Big
be good.
East. That's
any
what
basketball
bring back
league
those
to me
old
is not a
Miami
football
games,
league. I don't even
championship
respect them.
games. That's what should happen. I think that Miami has the tools to bring it back
What?
to like.
No way.
Bring it back to where? To get to the playoffs and lose to Alabama by 42?
They could make it
That's
a
what he
fun,
did at Georgia.
a fun season. They'll make
I
it a
just
fun
feel like it's
season.
not going to happen, man. Mark Richt is not a
The
real
U ain't
coach
been the
to me.
same since Ohio State beat him in
He's a good
2002.
coach, man.
He's not.
Georgia got rid of him because he couldn't beat Alabama.
Anybody.
He couldn't beat FSU or Florida.
Anybody.
That was their
He couldn't be anybody.
But recently they had Jameis Winston.
He lost to
and
South
That's
Carolina.
FSU.
He lost to fucking.
They had Clowney, Jadeveon Clowney, and he was a monster. Him by himself was like in college, dude.
They didn't.
he's
They
amazing.
didn't beat anybody else except Georgia. Come on, bro. He was terrible, man. He's a terrible coach, man. Mark Richt, shout out to you. You know,
He's a
you
good
got
recruiter.
that paycheck.
He's a
But
good
we need to
recruiter.
move on to the NFL. We need to move on to the NFL. We had some good fucking, banter. But look, man, Joe Flacco has been reportedly going out here and performing better than he has in the 7 years that he's been in the league.
Are pads even on yet?
Yeah,
No, they're not. No, they're
preseason,
not.
first preseason game is
What,
this
Browns
week.
haven't got pads on yet, like real pads, like hidden,
First preseason game
hidden
is
drills
Thursday.
are not on yet.
Yeah, they are because we're just watching Derrick Henry run.
Well, I guess my
run
team just
through-
sucks.
Run through.
I just
the
guess
Dallas
my team
Cowboys
sucks. We
defense.
haven't been
Not
playing-
Derrick Henry, my bad. Bo Scarborough, another amazing Alabama.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry, you get them confused when
They
so
look
many
just-
of 'em.
Dude, they kind of look the same.
they
in
do
pads.
count. But anyway,
Is this thing on?
they look the same.
but no. Lamar Jackson, though. Do y'all think that he's gonna beat him? Because we've been debating this on this.
We talked about this
podcast
last
show.
time. I don't even
Joe
know.
Flacco?
Yeah, because
No,
Hell no.
he's not going to. And even if he
Hell
did,
no,
they
bro.
still want to play him.
Tripping cuz.
I just want to hear what the people think.
I don't even know why we even talk about it. It's kind of like a moot point because they're
Because
they're
Joe
not
Flacco
going
has
to-
looked really fucking bad the last 2 years. Now,
But
I
Joe
argued
Flacco's-
because he was injured last week. I did point out, he
I
did
think
come off
there's-
of injuries in the
He's getting
last 2
older,
years.
and if he does get injured, I think that they would rely
See, that was going to
on
be my
him.
next question.
But
Okay.
if is he going to win the job over him? No.
Is-
It's a major learning curve, and there is that that rookie sensation year where we have been seeing that a lot more.
Is Joe Flacco healthy?
I don't. They say he's healthy right now.
Okay, so if he's healthy,
coming off of a
then
back, and I don't know how long it takes
how
him
do
to
you
do that.
start the rookie over him, and then if something happens with Lamar not playing well or getting injured, you bring Joe Flacco off the bench? Like, come on, bro, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna play Flacco because that's what you know.
I agree.
You're gonna play him for 5-6 games, see what happens, and if Lamar picks it up by then, because have we even figured out if Lamar has learned a playbook yet? Because that was
apparently was struggling on the.
That was always his thing. That was always his
not
thing.
Struggling, but he just hasn't picked up all of it.
I guarantee you see him.
If Joe knows the whole thing, why don't you go with the dude
I
who knows the whole
guarantee
thing?
you see him in the first few games in some sort of wildcat package where he probably runs the. He has one option to throw to some guy, and if it's not opened, he takes off running. Like, you'll see that to get the fans going, to get him going, but he's not going to start. It would be stupid for him to start.
No, he's not going to start, especially if Joe Flacco's doing, like you said, phenomenally well, and
Joe Flacco could lose the first 5 games, and they're still not going to put him in yet.
You'd never even expect for a rookie to start in the NFL. I don't even know if
You
Baker
shouldn't.
Mayfield.
No,
actually
Baker
start.
Mayfield is not going to start. It's not going to happen.
You mean start first game?
No way.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Because actually, the stats show that since Aaron Rodgers, every first round quarterback drafted has started in some capacity during the
I believe
regular
he'll start
season.
during
his
the
first season.
but he's not going to start the
Yeah,
first
but he didn't
game.
come out like that. It's not like they were like, Aaron Rodgers is the
No,
starting quarterback.
that's what I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers didn't.
Yeah, he got put in because out of necessity.
He came in after the third year. I'm saying since
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was the last quarterback to not play his first year.
And isn't he one of the
drafted in
better ones
first.
than all the ones that have
I agree. I think that's how you should do
Yeah.
it. That's the way they used to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. I think the reason we see
No,
these
no,
guys
no,
get
no.
If
hurt.
a rookie quarterback beats whoever should be starting on a team, you're in deep shit because if that
I don't
something
know,
happens
man.
to
I
that
agree.
rookie,
I don't know,
your
man.
backup
He
is
can't-
not.
Well, Deshaun
can't beat
Watson-
a rookie out. So how's he going to win you games?
well, I
I was about to say, Deshaun is the truth now.
but that goes back to what I was about to say is the reason these kids are getting hurt though is because they're not ready to play.
And when Deshaun
yet.
went down, what happened to the Texans?
They were terrible.
Exactly. So that means if the rookie is beating out the incumbent or whoever you think should be starting, if
terrible.
something happens to that guy, you're fucked.
You're terrible.
You're just fucked.
You're a terrible team.
Because he can't even beat a rookie out in camp, so he ain't winning a game in the
Speaking of
NFL.
rookies beating out starters, let's go on to the Dallas Cowboys. Because back in 2 years ago,
That rookie OT.
that motherfucking Dak Prescott, he got that motherfucker, what's his name? Jose Romo. Y'all know he's Mexican or Puerto Rican or something like
Homosexual
that.
over here.
Something like that.
Not a fan.
He's half Latino.
Not a fan. They lost many games because of Tony Romo. And it's not
Not a
even,
fan of him either.
They should.
You a fan of Dak?
Dak Prescott is amazing so far. I believe
With
so
Zeke-
far
with
what he's
Zeke.
done.
With Zeke.
And I think that they're getting more depth on their offensive line. They're getting more depth in running back. They're giving them more options. They got rid of Des Bryant so that they can focus more on their running attack. I think that they're going to win more games with less work, honestly.
Without Zeke, they didn't look so hot, though.
I mean, that's why they got Bo. Bo is a monster. Bo is a absolute monster in the backfield. He was going. They have videos right now of Bo going through the backfield scoring touchdowns on people, and nobody wants to hit a 6'4",
It makes me fucking sick.
6'5",
That was so
206
Alabama sounding. It was perfect. I loved
Nobody
it.
wants
I
to
loved
hit
it.
a 6'4", 6'5", 260-pound grown man running at you from 10 yards out downfield, running down.
Someone
at you.
does.
No,
Someone does.
There's not
There's
too many.
there's a lot of dumb
Miller would
motherfuckers.
love to. I would love
Yeah.
to. I can't wait to see the Broncos and the Cowboys. I'd love to see that. But
Miles
let me tell you
Garrett.
something.
Let me
You
tell
also
you
gotta- Zeke is a monster too now. As much as I don't like Ohio State, Zeke is a
Man, I
Go
fucking
Bucks.
hate the Cowboys.
Go Bucks.
First of all, let's just
Cowboys
get that
are-
out.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
fuck
like
the
the
Let's
Cowboys.
get this out there.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys. Woo, woo. I can't stand them.
Cowboys are dope.
But,
Good team.
man,
Great team.
it
Their management
pains
is on
me
the-
that Bo Scarborough has
on the
gone to the
fritz.
fucking...
Are they a great team now, though?
No, they ain't never been no great team.
No,
They
they've
got
been a
5
great
championships in the history of their champion.
That's pretty damn
That's
good.
America's team you're talking about now.
Tom Brady got 5 in this generation.
Yeah, but that's it. Like everybody else is like Steelers.
Yeah, come
like
on, man.
everybody else has
Joe
5.
Montana got 4 in his.
Yeah. And then
Montana
and Steel
is a
and
monster, too.
49ers have like 5 altogether.
I wasn't talking about the 49ers. I was talking about the Cowboys. Nobody's saying
Exactly.
the 49ers
5
was
is
the greatest.
pretty good.
Nobody was saying
I'd kill for 5.
49ers
I'd kill for
the
5.
greatest franchise in NFL history.
I'm a Browns fan. I'll take an appearance, dog.
Dude, yeah.
I love how
Y'all won.
the Browns won 5 NFL championships, and then they changed the name to Super Bowl, and they're
Bowl,
like, that don't count no more.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, come on, man, come on, it's the same thing.
You know what that was? You know what that was? That was to get back at Jim Brown.
Yeah,
It was to get back at Jim
Dick
Brown
move. That was a dick move.
for quitting and leaving the NFL and scurry. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
But so yeah. Well, let me move on to a different team since we all hate the Cowboys except big homie Grim.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Do you think the Browns should sign Des Bryant?
I think that Des Bryant should take whoever is going to take him.
No. Do you think the Browns should sign him?
No.
I mean, that'd be overkill.
Me,
But-
I just feel like why not?
I am on the firm statement that this motherfucker is no longer serviceable as a wide receiver.
Yeah,
in
but
the NFL.
like a 1-year deal for like.
I wouldn't sign him for nothing.
Why not?
Because
if he
can
doesn't
only
work
run 2
out,
routes.
and he's
Because he can only run 2
locker
routes.
room trashed, then yeah. But him, Josh Gordon, Jarvis Landry, like okay.
Problem is he can only run 2 routes, and in the
so
one
those
route,
2
then
routes
you
will probably be open with
the
Josh
one route-
Gordon,
the-
Jarvis Landry.
No, he won't
all
be
those-
open because if I'm a corner, I know that he only has 2. So
Yeah,
I
but you're
only have
probably-
to play
someone's
one.
double teaming
But I
Josh
only have
Gordon.
to play one because he can't even do the other one. He can't hit the go route no more.
Okay, so then you got to put
You
one
don't
man
think Des
coverage
Bryant can hit
on
the go
Josh
route
Gordon.
anymore?
You got to
I
put
watched
one man
it.
coverage on Josh Gordon then, and watch him burn people.
I have watched Des Bryant for the last 3 seasons. He hasn't been able to hit a go route.
He hasn't been open as much as he would be on the Browns. Think about that as a receiving
I will
court.
give you that the Dallas Cowboys.
Think about
are
that as a receiving
pedestrian-
court.
less than pedestrian offensive.
If you have to have a
offensive wide receiving
defense
core.
against Josh Gordon, Des Bryant, Jarvis Landry, what are you doing? You go a man on all of them?
you
You go a man on all of them?
giving Des Bryant way too much credit. He drops too
No,
many
but I'm
balls.
saying, so in that
And
situation,
in this point in his career, no, I'm not taking Dez.
so you're gonna cut.
I can get somebody young that can do the same shit that Dez
There's not
does.
going to be too many people that can do what Des Bryant can do.
At this point in his
At this-
career,
at
y'all
this-
talk about 3 years
At
ago.
this
How old
point,
is
at
Des
this point,
Bryant?
it doesn't even matter.
Des Bryant has 2 foot surgeries that has put
That's
his
fine.
ass.
I'm not even talking about-
in the third, fourth tier of wide receiver.
I'm not even talking about actual production. He still has respect from the cornerbacks. They'll cover him. So
Des is going
so
to
that's
garner
taking a
attention
defender away
on
from
that
Josh
field.
Gordon.
I think
Okay.
he's lost the respect of cornerbacks in the
Nah,
league,
man.
especially
So they're just gonna
last
leave
year.
him open then?
Not leave him open,
Okay.
but they go.
So that's one less person on Josh Gordon then.
They not. Well, see, I'm not saying that Josh. Look, you're saying 1-on-1. Des Bryant was getting 1-on-1 all last year.
When was the last
And
time we
he
saw
was-
But
Josh
who was
Gordon
he?
even
Who
play?
was he? Who were the other
What?
receivers in his
I
core
watched
though?
this dude play.
When was
And they
his
had
last
no
game? 'Cause
Zeke
he's been
Elliott either.
suspended.
They had no Zeke Elliott either.
Des Bryant?
No, Josh Gordon.
Oh, Josh Gordon. I know that dude
Yeah.
can play. Fuck that. He's been suspended for 2 years though.
Yeah.
But I know he can play. See, people.
See,
NFL
no, I know I
players-
can play. I know he can play. You know, it's like there's no way you can tell
NFL
me that
play-
he's going to
Dude,
be
he
Des
came
Bryant's
back.
a
He played
monster.
last year.
Des Bryant's a monster.
He played last year.
Des is a monster. And he was also saying
Josh
he's not
Gordon
getting
played
enough.
last year, bro.
Yeah, and destroyed.
He was
Little-
good.
And the little he
Des
was.
Bryant, Josh Gordon had more touchdowns than Des Bryant, I guarantee
No,
you.
he didn't. But he probably had more yards though.
How many touchdowns Josh Gordon
I
had?
don't think very many.
Because you know how many Dez had? 8.
Yeah, he probably had more than Josh.
Yeah, 8. He had 8 touchdowns. T.O. had that in his last season in the fucking NFL, 2010.
But I mean,
They had no
And
run
wasn't
game.
as old.
They had no more run
They-
game.
was older than Dez.
yeah, and then Ezekiel was suspended a few games.
Bro,
So
he should have been lighting up the
he should have
league.
had a lot more.
Fuck
yeah.
out of here. Dez Bryant
But
is
they
done.
also said he wasn't
Nah.
getting a lot of throws too.
I just think Dez Bryant is done as a wide receiver. And I'm kind of right now. I said he wouldn't have a job by the time the season started.
I mean, I get it. I
And
just think if you're
I'm
the
still-
Browns, like it's worth like a little contract for a year.
I
And if
feel
he,
what you would be
and
saying.
if he works, if he's like shitty in the locker room or whatever, you just cut him. whatever. It's done.
I say go get somebody else.
But who?
Anybody.
Name one.
No, I mean literally.
I think
anybody.
that's probably really the reason that's
Because
holding
you
the
can-
Browns
look,
back.
you're
from
talking
getting
about
Dez
the
is
money.
locker room shit.
The money you're
For
gonna
sure.
have to
That's
pay
what
this
everybody's holding back from.
It's not
All
even
the
about
other
the locker
shit.
room shit for me. The money you'll have to pay Dez, you can save
At this
by
point,
paying.
no one's giving him shit. I'm sure he'll take.
No, Dez wants the money. That's
he
what I'm
ain't gonna
saying.
get the money.
Exactly, and so
So now I'm not talking about for money. I'm talking about for a 1 year fucking
you're talking
flyer.
about perfect scenario type shit,
I'm talking about if he's desperate enough.
right? And I don't think that's something
Just
that
for
they
to
should
get on
entertain.
Hard Knocks.
I don't
That's
think
what
it's
you-
something that they should entertain at all. Not at all. I don't think they
Just to
should.
get on Hard Knock.
So, with
That
that,
interesting.
it's time to move on to the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Perfect.
That's right. It's the league that will not stop giving you drama.
It's amazing.
NBA.
NBA.
So first things
Always
first,
going down.
this was breaking news for me. I'm late,
Yeah,
but the ESPYs was last week.
I don't know why this took so long to get out
It was
either.
last week. Yeah, and we in LA. We should have
Yeah.
fucking heard about it first.
Yeah,
But-
it's weird that it was just today.
The motherfuckers. Tristan Thompson,
Yeah.
Draymond Green,
Put your hands
Ooh.
for the millions in attendance. Or it's the hundreds in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready to rumble. Got Draymond in this corner coming in at 280,000 pounds. He kind of, that's what, how much does a donkey weigh?
donkey.
From long range.
Because he looks like a donkey. Like donkey. Yeah. You know, your boy got knocked the fuck out. Okay, he didn't get knocked the fuck out. That's an exaggeration. That's a Twitter exaggeration.
Oh yeah, the other one.
He got them hands though, because reportedly, I'm gonna report this like a real reporter. Reportedly, Draymond Green tried to apologize. He's heating up. Being so disrespectful during the
Which
NBA
doesn't
Finals.
seem true.
Tristan Thompson doesn't seem true at all.
Man,
Said-
he's trying to.
and Tristan Thompson reportedly beamed him out
Twice.
with two of them things.
Twice.
And the peacemakers, LeBron
2
James
times.
and
He pulled up.
Kevin
on him.
Durant, the minister of
Yeah.
defense of whatever. What is he? The minister
snakes are
of something. He's a
sizzling.
preacher.
The
type
the
dude.
snakes are sizzling.
He was like, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Chill, 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 chill. And you know, somebody had to have a camera phone out. And that's what we're asking everybody here. If you had a camera phone
How
out.
much we all got in our pockets? So what's the?
I'm not paying nobody.
I'll give up to 53 cents.
Yeah. Hey, you can have all the weird photos on my phone if
You could be a guest on those podcasts.
some weird
If you
photos.
really, if you reveal this footage, please.
I just need some footage, man. I need
Or
to
just
see
the
this
link.
happen.
We want to see Tristan run the face off twice,
I want to
as
know if
Plies would say.
he took the punch really. I want to know if he
I want to
took.
see him run that fade.
I want to know how he took the punch and
See him
everything.
run that fade.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he
And-
took obviously he took the first one if there was a second one. So,
and obviously, Boogie Cousins wasn't nowhere to be found.
but
'Cause
also I wish we had a live
nobody
feed
wouldn't
on
have been fighting around.
on
him.
Chuck
think-
Barkley. If Chuck Barkley's giggling his ass off right now,
You know,
Sure.
Charles is sitting around
Sure.
laughing right now. Because he said, and I quote, somebody need to just
You
hit
know,
him
next
in his mouth.
next
Somebody
next
needs to just hit him in his
NBA
mouth.
on TNT is going to be Tristan Thompson is the greatest player in the NBA.
Yeah.
he's a real man's man.
Let me tell you, I like Tristan Thompson. That's what he gonna say.
Draymond Green takes a punch terribly.
He said he'll say something about some Tootsie Roll or a fucking Krispy
Yep.
Kreme donut or something.
No, I'm back in Alabama now. We used to. He would be talking all that
love
trash
that
to me.
motherfucker Charles Barkley, and I just love that he ended up being right, or getting his wish rather, of that dude getting punched in the motherfucking face.
God, I
Hey,
can't wait
Alex,
to see
can you
the
turn the
video.
air down.
Can't wait to see the videos.
Yeah, they should have been punching him a long time ago, man.
Someone had
those
to. I
crazy
can't believe you're
fouls.
at an SB party and no one was Snapchatting just randomly at that.
Right?
Like just been passing.
So if you're on Twitter right now, go look for it, see if it's there, and at me. At Bill
And
James
as a
Tig.
Cavs fan, Tristan
I'm surprised
Thompson.
nobody was live, like IG live,
Right?
Also-
Facebook live, any kind
So
of
as
live.
a Cavs fan, Tristan Thompson has moved above Chetty Osman as my current favorite Cav. we got Colin Sexton bringing up the
Roll
top
Tide.
3.
Roll Tide.
Who's young bull. I mean, I just
man.
I can't pass him
Dude,
yet because
the other day, Colin Sexton and what's his name, Hart, or is it Josh Hart?
oh yeah,
From
the
the
defense, yeah.
Man, they went
Yeah.
so hard at each
He still
other.
got the shot up though.
Woo, they went into double
Yeah.
overtime,
yeah,
bro.
they lost them.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, okay.
Man.
I was asking him
It's
earlier
okay.
if you ever saw the Colin Sexton video of calling Penny Hardaway's son trash to his face. It's so good. You have to see it.
Oh, man.
He's like, "You're trash," and he's like, "What?" He's like, "You're trash."
He got the attitude. He
So
got the
good.
attitude. You
And
know
that's
what
when
I'm
I fell
saying?
in love with the young
I like
bull.
Colin.
Yeah,
But
and
you
his
know-
ponytail.
You brought up the Lakers.
Yeah, he's got a little stud hanging out.
Do you think that your boy Kobe Bryant is gonna come join?
That's what tweets or Shaq said on the tweets.
Come join the Lakers
Man.
and your boy Josh Hart. I mean LeBron James.
Hey now, that boy.
I think he would do it to be petty, to take LeBron's shine,
Take it away.
Yeah,
just to be Kobe.
just to say this is my. Just say this is my.
Remember
team.
how you all excited for LeBron?
Yeah, all they would do is just quote.
I'm back.
They just be like Kobe.
He just comes into he comes in
MVP.
falls on his back and people just carry him like
If
Jesus
Kobe Bryant
Christ
comes
to the
back to the
car.
Lakers, my rent is definitely increasing.
I
do
think
know
that
that.
Shaq is just trolling LeBron James's camp because he knows that LeBron James's camp came at him because he was talking about how he wouldn't have did what LeBron did and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he got a lot of heat in the media from a lot of people who are very close to LeBron James. Chris Carter.
I don't know how close Chris Carter is to LeBron James.
Oh, he is. He is.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think
he
that's
is.
kind of overblown.
It's not about like he hangs out with him every day, but he does.
Where's
attend
Chris
all
Carter
his-
from?
Chris Carter's like
He's from Cleveland.
That's
Yeah.
what I was just about to say.
Chris
Where
Carter's
is he
like
from?
48 years old or
But
something.
he's still involved heavily in the community.
I think
LeBron's
he
in his
gets word of
mid-30s.
shit. What?
LeBron's in his mid-30s. I have friends that are in their that are like 48 and 50, and you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but
Look,
I think
he's very-
this like
He's close to
closeness
that-
is he
when
knows
you-
a guy
when-
who knows a guy.
When you say close, when
I don't think
let me tell you
LeBron
who
and
he-
Chris
let me tell you
Carter
who
are
he does
tweeting
know.
or
He does
texting
know.
back
He
and
does
forth.
know Maverick Carter, who is a little bit older than LeBron James, who is very close to LeBron James, went to high school. with
But a
LeBron
lot of
James.
people know Maverick Carter.
But if you know him, then you're probably not. How about
Maverick
this?
Carter's
A lot
not
of
gonna be
people
the
know
one giving
Maverick
him the
Carter,
info
but a lot
either.
of people don't know Maverick Carter on a first name basis, a cell phone, text message basis, and sit on television
I don't
and
think-
talk about sports
I don't
every day.
think anyone knows Maverick Carter is a free info guy unless he intends to give you that info
Yeah.
for a reason.
Exactly, and that's my point.
Yeah, but that's not close. That's you're
That's
using
that is
your
closer
mouth
than
on
anyone
TV.
else is. That's closer than anyone else is.
Well,
That's
maybe.
That's exactly what that means. Is especially in the journalism world.
I think I would take a Wendy tweet over a Chris Carter tweet.
It wasn't a tweet. It was
Or a
him
Woj.
demonstratively talking about Shaquille
Yeah.
O'Neal, a Hall of Famer, as if he doesn't know
Yeah.
anything about
Yeah.
basketball, and
Yeah.
saying he would never take his
Well, Chris
opinion
Carter's always been a
on
little-
basketball. He went over the deep end, and the only reason that he could have done that is because he got. Look, Chris Carter's been doing this since he got that show First Things First.
Yeah, they have to
He's
stir
been the
up
mouthpiece-
bullshit, dude.
But he's been the mouthpiece for Kawhi Leonard's camp.
Yeah.
Right. And guess what he did? Guess what he did? Cost Kawhi Leonard $80 million fucking dollars.
His uncle did,
Million.
not him.
Right, but his uncle, he's close.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's close to Kawhi's
Kawhi
uncle.
shouldn't have ever
Yeah.
said that he
He's
wanted
not
to play
close
for
to
the
Kawhi.
Lakers.
He's close
Yeah.
to Kawhi's uncle.
You know, no
But
team
that's
will
what
trade
Fox
you within
Sports has
their
to do to get
division.
like anywhere near
Ratings.
ESPN.
Right. I understand that. But it also, there's this thing, this brotherhood of black athletes. And you are sitting on television talking about a black athlete as if he doesn't even know.
But see,
and said that he didn't even know nothing about sports.
But I get that Chris Carter, LeBron, they're from the same area, but like Kawhi isn't from where Chris.
No, I was
Carson,
pointing
you know
out that
what I mean?
Kawhi is also close to other people in other ways.
Yeah.
And has been doing
Which has been
using
fucking
his
him up.
platform to get messages out through those
Which has been screwing
those teams. And I think that's fucked up.
Now he's in
know.
Canada.
Yep.
And exactly. And look what that got you.
That's the worst move for him ever. I mean, and
How's the weather up there, eh?
So yeah, let me talk about that since we're going in there. That's a great segue. Kawhi had a reported long conversation with the new
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
oh man, I bet you they still
Couple of moose turds in Rick Moranis' backyard, you know.
that talking plant under his fucking stairs.
Little shop of horse.
God, dude.
Yeah, man. So like,
Hello, baby.
they reportedly had a lively 2-hour conversation. I think they said 2-hour conversation about his new place and with the Toronto and how he's gonna fit into the offense and.
He was teaching him the currency exchange rate and shit.
How this work though? Because they said that like
He's like, man, this looks like a quarter, but it's got some chick's face on it.
We don't have any women on our money, homie.
yeah,
What's
man.
going on in Canada?
He's like, how come this half speaks French?
To your point,
Why is
I don't
everything
think
in
that,
2 languages?
I don't know if Toronto's gonna work out, man. I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, bro, it's not going to work out.
What is that locker room going to be
First
like?
off,
Well, Kawhi, not Kawhi, but
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
When DeRozan, he admitted that when DeRozan came in, he didn't talk to DeRozan for the first year because he thought that they got him so that they could get rid of Kyle Lowry.
And when Kyle Lowry does that scowl that he just did,
That's when you know he's
you
not
know he's
fixing
going to be sitting in the corner crying.
Yeah, you know he's about
And
to throw
Kawhi ain't going to be
7
talking.
three-pointers
You got a
and
bunch of non-talking
all of them.
motherfuckers in that place.
Yeah.
That's going to be crickets
crickets.
post-game loss.
It's gonna be
Crickets.
terrible.
Dude, that's not good.
There's gonna be a bunch of dudes in their emotions and Kawhi.
I
is
guarantee you
not gonna
Kawhi
say
is
it.
hurt by like halfway through the
and
season.
then we haven't seen Kawhi Leonard play.
No. We don't even know if he was actually hurt at all. Like, I
I
have
don't
no
think
idea.
he was.
I have no idea.
I think he just didn't want to play for.
Exactly.
the Spurs. He was like,
That's
man,
what I'm saying. So we don't even know if he was hurt at all.
It wasn't. He didn't
All
want to
these
do
old
nothing. His
But he is not-
uncle-
around here.
You
His
think he's-
uncle put this move in at the beginning of this time.
There's
last
no
year.
way he's excited to play in Toronto. There's
He put
no
this-
way.
Hell no.
There's no way. When
No,
the snow
but
hits,
you know
when
what?
the snow hits,
Drake can only
gonna
get
be
you
done.
so
What
much
he should
pussy
do?
in
He should
one
look
season.
over at his uncle and go,
yeah, he should have
What the
said that a
fuck?
long time ago.
"What the fuck? What
He
happened?"
should have said that a long time ago, before he let this get out of control.
Yeah, it's done now. We should have told him 2 years ago
I'm
when
pretty
he
sure
was trying to
somebody
move in and become his agent.
Somebody
But
probably
his,
told
his
him.
uncle walks in,
uncle's
he's
not
like,
his
I
agent.
told you,
His
we're going to
uncle's
make
not
you
his agent."
international. We're taking you to Toronto.
How?
We
How?
branded you for the Canadians.
How you gonna?
Don't
how
you know?
gonna- And,
Hey.
and so he didn't sign his Jordan deal.
Like, what's this all
Did y'all
about?
hear about that? He
Yeah,
turned down
he's-
his shoe deal.
He's about to have
Yeah.
he's about to have Steph Curry nurse shoes on Under Armour, dude.
Cause who's gonna sign him? You gotta do Jordan.
Puma's
Jordan
gonna
put
get-
him on last year for nothing, and his shoes didn't sell because he's not
Playing.
a personality. Not even not playing.
No, he's not a person.
He refuses to do any of the commercials.
You're
He doesn't
right.
have an Instagram. His Twitter account hasn't been active for 4
Yeah, but
years.
he also didn't do enough
He hasn't
before he
tweeted
got this.
for 4. Hold on. You're on Twitter a lot. He
He's-
hasn't tweeted in
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
years.
But even that, but when he became, this Kyrie great or Kawhi great, he hadn't done much at all anyway.
Well,
he's done a couple
he
big
won a championship
things.
with,
Yes,
with
but,
Tim Duncan.
But it wasn't this like
I agree.
12-year
I think
career
Popovich
of like
has made him everything that he is to this point.
Yes.
And I'm not saying he can't be
Look,
proved.
nobody's
I mean,
buying.
he's a
Nobody
great
would buy
defender.
Tony Parker shoes. Nobody would buy
wasn't-
Ginobili shoes. Nobody would buy Tim Duncan shoes.
Oh
That's
no,
not
the
what
Tim
Spurs
Duncans were
are.
kind of fire though.
That's not what Spurs
I bought
were
the
though.
Tim Duncans.
Duncan.
I
There's
remember
one
Tim
guy that
Duncan.
there's one guy that
Remember
bought Tim Duncan.
No, because Tim Duncan had those foam posits that were high top that were all silver. Not a lot of people knew those. were
Timmy's
Tim Duncan
Timmy's
shoes.
fashion to the
Yeah, a lot of
games
people
were the
thought they
best.
lugs.
Not
No, I'm joking.
no,
I'm joking.
no, they were fire because they brought them back. They were fire because I
No, Tim
remember
Duncan is the
having
type of
them.
dude
Yeah.
you think you'll
They're
see
so
right
fire.
now in 2018 walking around in some lugs.
And some love.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'd see him.
Yeah.
I'd probably see him walking around
He
like
be wearing them big. He be wearing 1990s
Yeah,
street.
Very
no, he looked like
mechanically.
he was an extra on Martin all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. All the time. He looks like
yeah,
he's
like
gonna-
it's like very like 90s.
Yeah.
yeah, that's his shit. Yeah,
No, his was
Like
the worst.
non-
yeah.
like he goes guest
form-fitting-
star
Yeah.
on Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
yeah,
Beige and
in
gray
living color in
clothes.
the background. Dude.
Cardigans and caseless.
Different world. That's what.
It's like
Then
a-
where you come from. So
he's like an Orvis model.
yeah, we all agree Kawhi is gonna suck. So what's gonna happen in the East, man? What's gonna happen in the East?
The
wait.
Celtics.
Who's gonna?
Celtics or Philly, you know.
The
Hold on.
Celtics are going to dominate
So
in
hold
the
on,
East.
give me
Indy,
Jordan. Give me your
Indy.
Jordan. You give me your
What?
top 5
Top 5 at the end of the going into the playoffs.
going into the
Top-
playoffs.
So I would say number 1 is probably going to be. I'm going to say Philly. Number 2, Boston. Number 3, Indy. Number 4.
Eric's happy right now.
What?
So Eric's happy.
Yeah,
right
I mean
now.
they're good though, dude.
They are.
Like number 4, man. That's a tough. I guess that depends on what Porzingis, if he's healthy, if Knox
Porzingis
works
the
out.
god.
If Knox works out, I don't know. But I mean, who's really like? It's hard to go. Like
I mean, that's
Wizards
about it.
with Dwight Howard. I don't know. I don't think they're even gonna be
The
there.
five
Like
is- the five is kinda
like,
shaky, huh?
Like because I'm putting Cavs like maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 somewhere in there. So
I disagree.
Like. I don't know. It depends on how good Colin
I
Sexton
say
is and
that
Love is, but like Love
that's
has
true.
not played up. Like he can also easily miss half a season. Do you know what I mean? Like
That's true too.
So I don't know. It depends on what Porzingis. I don't know. I guess
you
I can
think-
give you my top 4. That's about it.
First I'll have to go to Celtics. Second, I'd probably say the Pacers over Philadelphia.
Yeah, I could see that.
Third, I would say the Cavs.
Whoa, that's higher than we were this year with LeBron.
Yes, it is.
Pew pew pew. Breaking
spot
news.
higher.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
I want to be
Hot takes.
I want to have your brain as a Cavs fan.
Hot
This is like-
takes.
yeah. I just don't see
Who's your
it.
4?
You haven't named Philly yet.
Probably I'd say Philly or the Wizards. Like either or.
Man, I don't know about the Wizards. Dude.
Not the Wizards. I mean Washington. My bad.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
that is a
Yeah,
Wizard.
the Wizards.
Yeah. So, and then 5. 5 is shaky.
New
It's a
York.
shaky one.
The Bucks.
I said that they're
It's
gonna
time to
lose the
get
playoffs.
buck
in here.
Well, you got to think, dude. Like,
Yeah. Chicago. Well, Chicago's gonna be the
Giannis
worst.
isn't going to be held down for much longer, dude. And like
I don't know.
his major issue was
That is point guard's Dellavedova.
His main issue is that he can't shoot. for
Yeah,
shit.
he can't shoot
no,
for
his main
shit.
issue was being held behind LeBron in the East.
Nah, his
No,
main issue.
he's-
He hasn't even got. He can't. He's only played LeBron in the East once. He hasn't.
No,
even-
what?
in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I thought you were just meant in general.
No, in the
Okay.
playoffs, he's only played against LeBron once. So that means his main problem is just winning a fucking playoff series.
I'd
Yeah.
say the Bucks, man, because they're
They're
like,
done. They're done.
They're not
gonna-
done.
They're
done.
They're
no,
just
no.
they're not. They took a step back.
And
That-
therefore,
the Greek freak
Yeah.
They're-
will,
they
is
don't-
going
they're
to show
done,
you
they just
something.
I
don't
still
know.
think they're better than Cavs. Probably.
I say they're not going to make the playoffs this year.
Giannis is a monster, man. And
You know who I think is
Does
going
the
to make
Cavs make the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Cavs
Really?
make the playoffs.
See, I'm not sure.
So my number 1 is going to be the Celtics. My number 2 is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers. My number 3 is going to be a surprise one. I'm going to come up with the Miami Heat.
Whoa, what do you think? Whiteside's gonna all of a sudden like enjoy
I
playing
think
there?
they're going to probably trade
Yeah,
Whiteside.
but
I
what?
thought they
So
were
you're
gonna
basing
trade,
you're basing third place on a like they're
I
trading
thought they
for
were going
some
to trade
unknown
Justice
asset.
Winslow.
No, Justice. Whiteside's the one that doesn't look like he's happy
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Justice. They're going
I
to trade.
thought the trade rumors were Justice Winslow, though. That's what I thought.
Watch.
I kind of with you on the
Watch.
Whiteside.
They're going to trade Whiteside. Don't look. Kevin Love can be traded at the deadline this year. Don't be surprised if you start all of a sudden hearing Whiteside for Love.
I would take that right fucking now.
You know what I'm saying?
I take it right now.
Both teams would take it right now.
Yeah, because I don't think
if
Kevin
you got
Love
an
is.
unhappy player-
Whiteside's like 6-7 years younger than.
Yeah, and
He
he's
is
fired.
But
too.
he also
Yeah,
is not. He's also still a project.
Yeah, but he's pissed off at the way he's been utilized.
Yeah, he's definitely has. They don't.
If
run
you
the
could put
offense
him
through
and
at all.
Sexton together,
But that has a lot more to do. That has a lot more to do with how offense is run
Yeah.
these days. So
Yeah.
if you go to another basketball team that's doing the same
Yeah.
thing, it doesn't really make a difference.
Y'all are underestimating the power of a good point guard, man. Colin
I'm not,
Sexton
no,
is
they got a point. They got
monster.
a point guard in Miami.
yeah,
Great point guard.
Dragic, yeah.
Oh yeah, Dragic. Yeah.
That motherfucker's
But they
fine.
just don't.
That's White Mike.
They
Yeah,
just
he's
don't give him
monster.
enough. He wants more looks.
Yeah, he wants more looks.
Yeah.
He's in a Dwight Howard situation.
yeah.
He wants more touches under the basket.
But which Ty Lue is used to running with Kevin Love, giving him like looks at opening games, where you run the offense through Kevin Love. If that was Whiteside instead, I think that would appease
Don't be
him.
surprised.
I think that would appease
is
him.
all I'm saying. Don't be surprised.
I won't be surprised, and I'll be ecstatic.
Or you see Whiteside go anywhere. You go
Yeah,
see
no,
him
I
go.
do think
But
I could see him getting
That would be
moved.
my surprise 3. I would put the Knicks at 4, and I would have to say that the Cleveland Cavaliers will be number 5.
Wow, only one step below. That would be,
And that's if they keep Love.
that would be
or
a
if they
hell
make a
of an
trade.
indictment on LeBron James right there.
No, it's
Only
just that
dropping a
can't
spot
do,
in the East.
LeBron is
leaving-
amazing.
Yeah, but the last time
But
he
that
left, they
says a
didn't
lot.
have an All-Star on the team. And
Yeah,
that's the
but we
difference.
did. Okay, but
That's the difference.
Yeah,
I don't
but,
think that
but
after getting Colin Sexton, LeBron
And I
James
think
should
Colin
not have
Sexton,
left Cleveland. He
Colin
left at the
Sexton
wrong
could
time.
be an All-Star this year.
no,
He could, because the East is way lower on
rookies.
point guards.
When's
Who's
rookies
the point
rarely
guards?
make.
Who's naming the top 5 point guards in the East?
Dragic, John Wall, Kyrie Irving, Hayward, Rozier,
Hayward.
Gordon Hayward. He plays.
not-
Come on.
he's
Okay,
not point guard,
Ben Simmons. What Dragic? We said.
Yeah.
Simmons. Kyrie.
That's it, though.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo's a shooting guard.
Yeah. Lowry.
Kyle Lowry's terrible.
But he's a.
I think he's terrible.
Okay.
And I think because of his lack of chemistry,
Sexton
he'll
is not going to
finally-
be-
Finally
Sexton-
not make the All-Star.
Colin Sexton is not going to come in as a rookie point guard and make
think he
that.
could. I
And
think
if
he
he
has a
does,
chance.
no one's going to be happier than me, bro. I'm
know
a
what's
Cavs fan,
crazy?
but it
I think
just,
he has-
that
You know, it's
just
crazy. They
doesn't.
don't have anybody else to run their offense through except for Colin Sexton.
That's my point.
Oh, well,
Who
I mean,
else
I mean, we have
what
I
other
think we have George
playmaker?
Hill. We have
Who?
George Hill.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Well, come on, George Hill's a veteran
I've
that can
always
run
been
it.
like, he is not a point guard.
Okay.
He's a shooting guard who can't shoot.
Okay.
Terrible.
George Hill still knows the offense.
You're not going to run the ball through
There's a
him.
reason.
What we did in the finals,
And it
so-
didn't work.
Exactly, but it's still.
Look. You're
He's
gonna
gonna
love everything that I said is gonna happen, and you're gonna love it.
I hope so, but I just don't.
Except for the
if
fact
we're,
about
if we're in
Porzingis to God,
Vegas,
'cause Porzingis to God is gonna.
if we're in Vegas
me.
right now, very rarely does a rookie point guard come in and make an all-star game in his first season. It's just that's the way it is. It's rare.
It's
Do
hard.
I hope so? Of
It's hard.
course.
As long
Of
as
course.
Colin Sexton stays healthy throughout this entire.
How many all-star?
season.
How many players in the all-star point guards are there on a team? 2, 3.
3.
Okay, so John Wall, Kyrie, Dragic, right there. That's 3 above him. Right there. You think he's gonna play any better than those 3 guys?
Yeah,
right
all
there.
3.
That's I hope
think
so.
that he'll
Well,
I
except
hope
for
so.
Kyrie. You know,
I
he's
think
gonna play
so.
better than
I think that he'll
Because
play better.
Kyrie,
Yeah.
I hope
Kyrie
so. Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons
is overrated.
Okay, but he's
is
going to be on a
overrated,
winning
but
team. He's going to be on a winning
Will he
team.
be? But this is my point. Will he be an All-Star next year?
No.
But you're telling me Sexton's going to beat all those players
He's gonna
right
beat-
there?
he's gonna beat
Who's
Ben
already
Simmons.
had experience in the league.
Was
Yeah.
Ben Simmons an All-Star last year?
But has he played in the league?
Yeah, he played
Okay,
in the league.
and
my
has
point is,
Colin Sexton played in the league yet?
my point is
Summer League, and he was the top 10
You're
player.
Okay, so he's playing
Balling.
against
but we're talking
garbage.
about a week
Balling.
East. We're talking about a week East.
He's number one player
And we're
now.
talking about a team. And we're talking about the circumstances.
Okay.
If he has them in the 5 spot, if they're in the 5 spot, and he's averaging 16, 19
See,
points, or
The most ridiculous thing about this conversation is I'm the Cavs fan here, and you guys as Alabama blinders are showing
It's not about
through.
Alabama blinders.
You are, because I'm a Cavs fan. If anybody should have high hopes, it should
Jordan,
be me.
do you know
I
what
just
happened
don't
on-
see a rookie
what other rookie's going to have is going to have a larger impact on their team?
That's not the question.
Sexton?
It was, will he be an all-star?
No, I'm just saying, like, this year coming in, what rookie is going to have a larger impact?
I think you're right. But that doesn't make you an all-star.
No, I know that. But my addition to that is, after you saying that, what team is going to need that infusion much more than the fucking Cavaliers after losing LeBron James?
We'll need it.
And
but LeBron was probably a bigger MVP and didn't get the MVP so many times. He may be the most impactful rookie, but that does not mean he's going to be playing on a team with more wins, like a Boston or a Philly or a Miami.
I'm not saying that.
And those guys are proven
I'm not saying
point
that.
guards.
And actually, what's crazy about it is most of the people that you just said, I put in the top 3. But I'm saying, if he's in the top 5, if he gets the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 5 spot halfway point in the season, I think they're going to definitely go, hey, Colin Sexton, we're going to give you a spot right now because you out here holding your team together.
No one will do that because it's fan voting and shit. So, no one's going to do that shit.
Hey, if it's fan voting, and the boy's a monster and he gets a good campaign going, he can get the vote if he's doing
the other
what
cities
we
are
think
bigger and
they're already hyping him
the
up
other
right
cities
now,
have the other cities are bigger and have more voters anyway. That's just what it is.
Cleveland's looking for hope. They're going to grab onto anything they can get.
I'm a Cleveland Cavs fan. I know. I wish everything you're saying is true, and I hope I'm wrong.
Better not get your vote. That's all I know.
No, I'm just saying I hope this. Look, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying I hope it is, but it's just 9 times out of 10 when this happens, the rookie point guard doesn't make his all-star game the first season he plays, especially in a division with Kyrie, John Wall, Dragic, Ben Simmons. Those guys right there are all potential all-stars.
I don't think John Wall makes the all-star.
Well, either way, he's been an all-star before.
He has. He was an all-star last year.
All those players have been all-stars. So Sexton hasn't. So he could, but it's just the odds are against him to make an all-star in the first game.
Odds are always against every pick I make,
that's all
Jordan.
I'm saying. For just to go out and say, I think this is happening is crazy.
Every pick I make, the odds are against. But guess what?
Yes.
I pick them.
Yeah.
I pick them, baby.
Oh, no, man.
I pick them. I pick them.
And that's why we're sitting in your mansion right now.
That's right. Well, I don't bet on anything. That's why I'm right.
He owns this whole complex, man. Shit.
I don't bet, and that's why I'm always right. I don't be
because you didn't lose. So.
No,
that's right.
No, I'm always right because I'm never fucking thinking about making this money, and I'm never thinking about or second guessing myself. I'm just going look. This is why I think it's gonna happen because. This is moving here and this is moving there. You start adding a variable of money involved, then I might fuck up. I'm gonna start looking at the motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of money, which league do you think is more popular at this point? NBA or NFL? And before you answer, I just want to point out that the NBA has literally been talked about for 2 years in a row. All year round for the first time ever in the history of sports talk television. We've been talking about the NBA all year round. Like they have a show on the NBA that lasts all year round. Covers everything that goes on. Trades, fights. You know what I'm saying? Baby mama drama, everything. Everything gets covered now. Do you think the NFL is still the most popular? Or is it coming down and the NBA is rising? Because currently, NFL is the most popular by the numbers. But is the NBA rising and the NFL coming down? Or is the NBA just right there where it's supposed to be at little baby brother?
I think the NBA is gaining ground for sure. I think that the most popular sport in the United States is definitely trending towards the NBA, just seeing how the social trends are. I mean, like with hip hop being like the number one music genre, I would think that, people would definitely want to watch the NBA more often because it more, associates itself with like the current society. And Silva, I think he's a really good commissioner. I think he's a little bit better than
Silver.
Goodell. Yeah, Silva. I think he's a lot better than Goodell, in my opinion. I'm not really a fan of Roger Goodell.
See, that's what I think is.
Wait, what was your answer? What was your answer?
So I think.
Well, what's your answer?
What I think is more popular right now?
Yeah.
I still
do you
think
think
it's
that the NBA is growing to be the number one, or do you think that it's staying?
I think right now the NFL is still somewhat king, but it's very marginal lead, and that the NBA will easily overtake it in the next couple of years, and it will remain that way. It's just it's common sense.
I think it will happen that way if the NFL continues to do what they're doing right now. Because they just basically are on their own, anti-marketing campaign. Like,
NBA has always, in my opinion, had the attributes of a league and a sport that is better suited for a media-driven society that we are now, especially more and more with internet and HD and zoom lenses.
Because you can
Players
see their
are
faces.
visible. Players have their names on they're visible. There's only 5 of them, and one player on a team can change so much compared to football.
Right.
It's just the way it is. They did that study though that the NBA is the most injured league, but it's just little injuries, where the NFL sometimes is bigger injuries.
Well,
And sometimes you like one guy you can believe in, and he's gone. Like Bo Jackson, all of a sudden done.
Right, your career is over.
One yank on the leg from behind, gone.
Your career is over.
You know what I mean? And
Career
NBA is
done.
a little. It's a little harder for
You get a
that
little
to
bit
happen.
more leeway with injuries.
Yeah, it's depending, but
Or you can be like the Steelers linebacker who broke his back.
Ryan Shazier
Yeah,
from Ohio
Ryan
State.
Ryan
He's
Shazier.
walking now for some reason. I have no idea how, but
Yeah, so shout out
They
to
gave him
him.
the HGH.
Shout out to Ryan.
know.
No, they gave him those little. What are the little? The tiny little robots that they.
the nano.
Yeah, the nanomites.
But
The
a lot of
nanomites. They put the nanomites in his ass, and they went right in there and they just fixed that shit right
I'm not
on
even
up.
gonna bother to correct you.
A lot of it, honestly, I
that's
think
amazing.
has to do with
Technology, nigga,
the fact
technology.
that NFL wears helmets and NBA doesn't.
Yeah, that's
and
it. That's
NBA
it.
has
For a
82
reason.
games a season, to
Yep.
where you can tune in any given night and
Right.
realize who these players. They're always in the league. Like you said
I
when it
agree.
was going away, it's constant conversation about the NBA.
The last 2 years, like the jump started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But first year they were on, they went on a hiatus the first
Yeah.
year. Last year and this year are the first years that they've
Yep.
ever been
Yep.
on television
Yep.
just every day.
Yep.
Like, we're on TV.
Dude, that was
God
like
damn it.
inside stuff and shit back in the day.
Right.
Dude. That was on all the time, dude.
And the NFL is the only show that's ever had that consistently.
Yeah.
NFL Live. And,
Yep.
And I think the sports gambling is also going to increase.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's gonna
crazy that
change
you
a
just
lot.
said that. The
Yeah.
NBA just signed a contract with
Yeah.
the sport
And Silver's the one that
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like the MGM Grand or some.
Yes.
Yeah, the MGM Grand like betting or something. That's
when
incredible.
you're talking about like popularity. It's different when talking about serious sports fans and the average,
Right.
pick
'Cause the betting sports
mom that's
fan-
watching, blah blah blah. The NBA is so much more accessible.
Right.
There's 15 players on a roster. The NFL has 82 players.
But
dude.
why is it
Yeah.
that you? Why is it? Do you think that the NFL is still the most watched by a very large?
Because the
number?
NFL is, that's like the big original sport besides baseball. Like it's a big TV sport.
I think that the reason is because the talent pool is going down in the NBA.
No,
In the NBA, the overall talent pool, like the average player isn't.
I think
as
it's
that
good.
going
makes no
up.
sense. Yeah,
I think it's going up. It's
Let me
going
tell
up.
you-
if
wait,
anything.
hold on a second. We need to hear this because I completely agree with you. There's no. I want to hear this reasoning because that's not even actually possible. What he
Yeah,
said.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
it's
the
actually
evolution
possible.
of the
No,
game.
how somehow human
That
evolution.
actually, this is a lot of what
somehow
has happened. The
human evolution,
of the game
medicine,
has actually
diet,
made less-
training, everything
There
is
are
made.
less-
Sports medicine.
Yeah, sports medicine, training, dieting, everything.
Y'all are
It's
talking about
it's
how healthy a nigga is, and I'm
No.
talking
That's
about
everything to do with being an
No,
athlete.
it has nothing.
Yes, it is.
These kids are jumping higher, running
Look at
faster.
Jalen
breaking-
Rose said. Jalen
breaking-
Rose said, "Back in my day, we worked out. People nowadays they train. They train." These kids are training since they're 14, 13 years old.
Way younger
AAU
than
didn't
that,
exist when
These
Wilt
kids
Chamberlain
are
was playing.
getting
So are you
college
done? Are
offers
you done?
at
Are you done?
12
Because
and
you
13.
sound like
We're done.
guys who don't fucking watch the sport. Because what you have failed to mention is that there are a bunch of fucking 19-year-olds playing. The majority of the league is too young to even know what the fuck a clitoris is. Let me just fucking go ahead and explain to you right now that most of the motherfuckers haven't even developed a game. The majority of the players coming into the league last year, the majority of the players who started a game last year
young as hell.
came from the D League, 64%.
But what are you comparing this to? Watching
What
game?
I'm trying to tell you is that the NBA that we used to watch.
Yeah, watch it. Watch it. Actually, watch it. It's garbage.
No, I watch.
It's garbage.
I watch.
There was a
I
bunch
watch.
of white
The
guys
No.
jumping. Yes,
What?
it was.
I'm not-
They
I'm
were
not-
playing against mailmen
Are you
and
talking about
dog catchers,
Kobe
dude.
and Shaq played against mailmen and dog
Yeah,
catchers.
how long are you going back?
I'm not
That's-
going back that far. I'm not going back that far. I'm going back
If you're
since the
using
one and done
Kobe
rule,
as a
bro.
quality
No, I'm
player.
going back since the one and
Like
done
what
rule, bro.
year?
LeBron
The one
was
and done rule.
LeBron
I
was a
just
one
said
and
it.
done.
We've had this conversation on
LeBron
the
was
show.
LeBron was a
No,
straight to
straight to yes,
yeah.
exactly.
So was Kobe though.
Yeah, and that's 15 fucking years ago.
Yeah, and they don't do that anymore.
LeBron James is going to play his 16th year.
But
My
they
whole
stopped
point
doing
is-
that.
My whole point is, LeBron James is an outlier. Kobe is an outlier.
Yeah, of
Kevin
course.
Garnett is an outlier. My whole point is, those guys were people who aren't supposed to be in college. I mean, in the NBA early. They stayed in college and they developed their game and they learned how to play basketball and they became the Grant Hills, the fucking Kevin, not Kevin Loves, but you know, Kevin Love is also a freak of nature. Like that dude was 7 feet tall coming out of high school. That's
Yeah.
somebody who's already supposed to be in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys
But
are
what you're
outliers.
talking
But
about-
when you have guys like Kyrie Irving, look at his first 3 years in the league. He should have been playing in college because he didn't know how to play basketball. He didn't know how to play with four other people on the court
He was rookie of the year.
because he scored a lot.
Yeah,
He didn't know how to play. But what was his team doing? Because he didn't know how to play with
of course.
anybody else.
But his team was trash.
He didn't know how to play with anybody
And
else.
I
I mean,
Kyrie,
that's just
but-
like
He know how to play with anybody
that's just
else.
like any other young player in any
My
sport.
whole point is you got a lot of guys who would otherwise have spent 3
Yeah, but bro,
years
what you're
in
talking
college.
about-
And in the NFL, it's happening too. You got a lot of guys who are not learning their craft. Because that's
But that's
real,
not a lack of talent. That's a
That
lack of
is a-
training. That's
that
a lack
is
of
talent.
That's a lack of practice. That's not a lack of
That's the-
talent.
that's the
a
talent
different
pool.
Dude,
You got-
talent is
it's-
talking about the human gene
it's not
pool is
practice.
somehow
It's
getting
not
less
practice.
athletic.
This is stuff you have to learn
That's
before
talent.
you come to the league.
So what
Talent.
are you saying? The players aren't as athletic? Or
No, they're
aren't
not. I didn't say as athletic.
So what
That's
are they-
they
You
aren't
said
as
less
talented.
talented.
They aren't as. They don't know how to play basketball.
That's
how about
practice, not talent.
That? It ain't got nothing to do with practice.
But
it
I
has to
think-
do
Yes,
with
it
learning.
does.
But I
we talking
think-
about practice?
But I think
It has
that-
nothing to do with practice
but I
because they don't
think
do
they're-
that. And when you get into the
but I
NBA, the
think
NBA is a
they're-
pro league.
But
you
you
have
gotta-
to learn it.
There's a difference between practice and
another league
training
first.
than
But they're
It
also
ain't got nothing to do
they're
with-
not getting as many years of this upper level training as you would say. Like you're saying,
That's what I'm saying. They not getting. My point is.
You're-
The NBA
Okay.
is fucking themselves with the
Okay,
one
then
and
let-
done rule because
then-
all they're doing is diluting the talent.
Then let me
pool in
ask you
their
this.
league. That's why LeBron James is
But-
playing at the
Then
level
let me
he
ask you
is
this.
playing.
But you know why that
It
is.
is
Then let me
15,
ask you
16th
this.
year.
Let me ask you this.
That's
then.
the reason.
No.
Let me
That's
ask
the
you
reason.
this.
Money.
Why is
It
there
ain't money?
But
Money
why
is
is
not making this nigga play better?
Why
No,
is
money's making
is
this-
every record in the NBA being broken consistently? 3-point shooting consistency.
That's because of the way the
Wait,
game is being
okay,
played.
but why they're less talented? They can't do that.
You're talking
That-
about
that
outliers
proves talent.
again. Outliers. 'cause
But
go look at
records
the
are being
whole
broken
league,
every
the
year.
whole league
Records are being broken every year.
by 3 teams.
So that's
That's
but
not
talent
a,
rises.
How
to
many
the top.
teams are in the NBA?
Cream rises
How
to the
many
top.
teams are in the NBA?
How many teams are in the NFL?
How many teams
How
are
many
in the
teams
NBA?
How
or
many-
any other league?
but-
3 teams
How many-
cannot be the.
How
every-
many people own these records?
Every
though?
USA
Exactly.
pro sports team has only been won by so many.
You're talking
teams.
about 3 teams, bro. We're talking about like 3 teams in the NBA that have prolific offenses.
Yeah, and the same with every other sport.
No.
Yes, the majority of championships won in United States pro
last year's-
sports.
The reason the
is-
NFL blew the fucking NBA out in ratings, if you compare the playoffs, is because
Because they play once a week.
No.
That's why.
No.
Because they play once a week, and every game matters more. Every game matters more.
Competition was better. Go look it up.
No, how can you compare?
Series,
How can you pair with
more
better competition
games.
between basketball and football?
Because if I'm looking at the NBA and I go,
if football played 82 games a year,
teams that's going to make it to the finals this year. If I can say that, then your talent pool is completely diluted.
we can say that all the time in the NFL too.
Facts. We cannot say there's going to be.
How many
you can't
teams
tell me right now for a fact that this.
How many teams in the NFL have never even been to a Super Bowl?
You predicted the Philadelphia. You predicted the Philadelphia Eagles were going to be in the Super Bowl last year.
You said earlier
at the beginning of the season.
You said earlier
that
Tom Brady has 5 Super Bowl rings. We know the Patriots going to be in there. So the rest of the talent pool is garbage.
Philly's been to a bunch of Super Bowls.
We know
what about all the teams
in there for the last 4 years?
What about all the teams that have never been to a Super Bowl?
Nobody predicted that happening.
Dude, baseball, football, basketball, it's a handful of teams that have won most of the championships. Basketball is...
That's just how it is, man.
Before you were born...
about what you said, prolific offenses in the league right now.
Before we were born, all the championships...
Go ahead and go and point out, because what we go back to the numbers... More teams were more competitive back in the day.
Because more mediocre.
More numbers.
More mediocre.
Yeah,
but it was because they...
Well, why in the fuck, if it was... Hold on. If it's more mediocre, then if the guys are better now, why aren't they putting up better numbers? They aren't!
Because they're playing against better competition.
Yeah,
because they're playing against better competition.
I just proved these dudes that do this show with me sometimes the other day... wrong about this. Because they tried to say that they tried to say that Carmelo Anthony is done because he only averaged 16 points. Guess what they did when they found out? How many players averaged 16 points a game last year? 7.
Who are these?
7.
Who are these people?
16 points ain't supposed to be shit. Who are these NBA you live in?
Who are these people playing against players like Kevin Durant and Dirk Nowitzki? Who are these players back in the day playing like those players? 7-footers that could drill 3
Man, I can name you right now.
Defense.
Step back out.
Yeah.
On every team. On every team.
Yes, it does. It has everything to do with it.
That changes the entire dynamic.
It changes the whole game.
Dude, it changes the entire dynamic.
Name that shoot threes today. Name them all.
Okay, we'll go with Kevin Durant. Whiteside, because he's
Whiteside cannot shoot threes. Fuck out of here.
Porzy. Okay, go to Porzy.
But I'm just saying he exists.
So you got
Draymond Green is it doesn't matter. They still exist. Name one from back then. Name one from back then. Name one from back then. Name one from back then.
We're not done.
Name one from back then.
How many championships
Anthony Davis.
does Dirk Nowitzki have since he changed the NBA so much?
Name it.
How many does he have?
Who was before him though? Who was before him?
Tell me how many.
How many 7-footers did you know in the 80s and 90s?
Then why did Michael Jordan beat everybody then?
Who did he play that could shoot?
New basketball.
Come on, this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. No way.
Bro,
amazing.
Why did LeBron James leave Cleveland? Because he had to go learn how to play. He had to go learn how to really play with other people.
Name the 7-footers that were
He will tell you that, bro. He went down there to study. He said that was like college for me.
Who was the Kevin Durant?
He said I never went to college. When I went to Miami, that was like me going to college.
Pat Riley was the best coach ever.
Because he learned.
Bill,
you're not.
Who is the Kevin Durant of multiple decades ago? Who was it? Who was the Kevin Durant?
Lou Alcindor,
not even close to Kevin Durant.
Oh, like.
I'm talking about real Kevin Durant.
Player. That's
but I'm saying you name one now. Name one.
No, I'm not naming.
No, okay.
7
So you can't name one. You can't name one.
No, you guys.
Because there was none.
Let me explain.
You didn't have to play a Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't exist before Kevin Durant.
Because how many championships?
There wasn't a 7-footer that could do everything.
Jordan.
He could dribble the ball.
How many championships did Kevin Durant win before he got to Golden State?
It doesn't matter. I'm saying who.
It does because you're trying to say that this nigga is that much of a shit that he should have had one before that, right?
Bill, name a guy comparable.
Should have.
Yeah, should have had. Guess what? The nigga is not that fire like that.
I agree.
No,
I agree.
He is not.
Bill.
The reason that they lost the finals to the Heat was because of Kevin Durant.
Bill, I agree with you on that.
That's a fact.
Bill, I agree with you on that.
Kevin Durant and James Harden.
Bill, stop. All right.
Choke artist of the year.
Bill.
Bro, you gotta calm down.
Stop. Let me ask you something. Okay, I agree with you. He's not all that, right? But can you
y'all
just
got me completely off the topic.
Just listen. Can you please let me ask you this? I agree. He's not all that. But who can you name before Kevin Durant that was comparable to Kevin Durant? Name one. Just name one.
Name me somebody comparable to Randy Moss.
But why can't you? Okay, but
that doesn't matter.
So then
that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Yes, it means
that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
And not in the past. You're saying that we've gotten less talented. We're saying we've gotten less talented. That player exists now. That player exists now.
The only player that was the most talented.
That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not. Because
you said
the whole point is there was hundreds of players in the league that we can go on and say they were amazing.
You said the league is less talented.
In the league. We got Larry Bird, Hall of Famer. We got motherfucking Magic
and he was getting them on the end of their ropes. And he was in the expansion era.
No.
Expansion era.
The entire starting five.
Niggas, hold on.
They didn't have 32 teams. They didn't have 32
right now. Shut the fuck up and look it up right now. How many motherfucking Hall of Famers do you think are going to be in this league right now?
I don't fucking
look at the Hall of Famers from the era that I'm talking about.
What era? From like the
It doesn't matter about Hall of Famers, dude. Jerry West is a Hall of Famer. You think he could ball on the guys now?
Go pick it up
You
from
think
any
Jerry
era.
West could ball on the guys now?
From
So
any era.
I was
Do
about
you
to
think
say,
Jerry West could ball on the guys now?
From any era.
Do you think
Go
Jerry
pick it up
West
from
could
the
ball?
Kobe
See,
era.
he won't
Just
listen.
the Kobe era. I guarantee you,
He won't
there's more
listen.
Hall of Famers
He
in the
won't
league
listen.
right now from that era.
He won't listen.
than it is
A lot of
even possible
you also
right
got to
now.
He's
think, bro,
angry.
a lot of these kids are making fucking way more money in 2
Y'all ain't
seasons
looking-
than
y'all
the
are talking-
older dudes are making in 10, so they're not
You guys are
playing
crazy.
as long.
That just playing as
You're
long.
just
No,
mad.
They're playing longer. You can look at the
No
numbers.
way,
They're playing
dude.
longer.
They're
Kobe
not.
played 19 seasons. LeBron James is about to play his
No way.
16th. Fucking
We're talking about the younger kids, dude. These
dudes aren't
these
even.
salaries
You're talking
just
about
got out of
dudes
hand.
who are 19 years
within
old. You're talking about they're not
5-6
playing
years-
long. They
5-6
haven't even gotten a
years
chance
ago.
to even fucking. Y'all are
talking about
off.
the
Y'all
money,
are off.
man.
Y'all are
I'm talking
off.
about the money.
If
Y'all are off now. Y'all are just talking.
No, I'm just
you're
asking.
not listening at
Y'all
all.
obviously drank too much.
I haven't drank anything.
Here, open my beer. By the way, that's for that.
I haven't drank
But no,
anything.
look.
I'm sober.
I just don't think humans get less talented. I
Y'all
think
are not
it's
understanding. It's not about humans.
But see,
It's
you won't
about-
let me finish
it's
my
not-
point.
It's not about
You won't let
humans.
me
It's
finish
not
my
talent.
point.
It's
It's
probably
about education.
If I could finish
basketball
my
knowledge.
point,
What
I
you
feel like
learned.
I
You've already
maybe
made
win.
your point.
It's
No, I
basketball
didn't.
knowledge.
Literally
It's not
have gotten
talent.
me completely
Here.
off my
It's
point.
not
Won't
talent.
let me tell you.
It's
Let's move
basketball knowledge. It's not talent.
Let's move on.
They're definitely
Move
more
on. This is
talented.
That's the whole point. Basketball knowledge is a part of your talent pool, my guy.
No.
Yes. What you know
That's
has to do with what you
training.
can show.
That's training.
What you know has to do with what you can show. The reason LeBron James is as good as he is because of what he knows.
No.
Oh, you think it's because you telling me LeBron James is a dumb player?
No.
So if you read a book
We're
about
done.
something
I didn't
that's
say
talent,
that.
We're
No,
done.
I didn't say that.
We're done.
All right, we talked about Zion earlier.
done.
You don't think that Zion can come in the league right now and dunk and do all these amazing
No,
things?
you just saw him miss
he
7
did say
dunks
that
against
earlier.
high school.
He said he was NBA ready.
Yeah.
No, I said he was NBA ready.
Yeah. What the fuck is he saying?
But that doesn't. You just said is he gonna dunk on everybody in the NBA? I saw him miss 7 dunks
but you
against
said
high schoolers.
No,
right now.
it was more than 7
ago.
dunks.
Fuck out of here.
He's not going to dunk that much.
Fuck out of here with that shit. I'll be surprised if he
All right.
fucking look. You're trying to tell
This has gone volatile.
said it.
No.
You said he was NBA ready.
No, what
but
you're not
he doesn't.
understanding.
He's
Shut
talented,
the fuck up.
but he
This
doesn't
is how you
have
work.
the NBA talent. He doesn't have NBA knowledge. He doesn't have the
No, bro. So
game
there's
knowledge.
a thing about coming into
That's
the
not
league
talent.
being NBA ready is different than being able to dunk on everybody in the league. I'm not saying he can't come in the NBA and make a check. I said he's not going in the NBA and dominating. Jesus Christ. Why can't, this is what I'm saying. Everybody's got to be super nigga or
If he
garbage.
wasn't that one or
Nobody
done,
can
he
just be a good player. And that's motherfuckers' problems.
I didn't
and
say
that's why
nothing
they fucking,
about
That's what
that.
you were saying.
No, look at the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You said
For
the
a fact,
talent
for a
has
fact.
gone
Listen,
downhill.
Let me go back to where I was saying. Look at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Full of motherfucking first round draft picks. Motherfuckers are dope. Motherfuckers are supposed to be
Injuries.
the shit. Injuries, my dick.
Jabari Parker was injured as fuck.
Minnesota
And Towns-
Timberwolves.
Oh, I think you said the
And
Bucks.
Towns is
Sorry.
overrated.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Listen,
Towns is overrated.
Anthony Towns is not overrated. He's the best player on the team. The rest of them motherfuckers.
I like Cat.
ISO.
That's why-
Guess
that's
what?
why-
They don't know how to play basketball.
That's why Cavs traded Wiggins, dude.
They
That's
don't know
why
how to
Cavs
play
traded Wiggins.
basketball.
Well, you got to get a coach to
The
teach
Cavs
them.
traded Wiggins because LeBron didn't want him there. He
No,
played LeBron's position and he had
all
to
the
go.
people have said,
That
what
was
if
all
we
it
would
was.
have had Wiggins? Kevin Love wanted us.
If they would have had Wiggins, LeBron may have been able to show him some shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
And I
We
think they
took the
would've played
championship
better.
instead of the probable. Who knows what would
I'm
have
just
happened
saying.
with
I'm
that?
not saying
We got an
I'm not
actual
saying it's because
championship.
of Wiggins'
I think
talent.
y'all
Is what
would've-
I'm saying.
I think
I'm
y'all would've
saying,
got it either
I'm
way.
saying that it could have been.
I don't
because
know.
of
I think
LeBron's
Kevin Love
knowledge.
was
I'm saying it could have been
integral
because of
into
LeBron's
that happening.
knowledge. it would have been because of his knowledge.
All I'm saying is that this is a topic for another discussion because I think we have a different definition of what defines talent versus knowledge, and that's fine. It's another conversation, but I think we should move on because this has been a volatile.
And if you're a dumb player, you can't do nothing on the court.
I just don't think talent has dropped. I think it's been spread out and diluted, but it hasn't been. Talent doesn't go down in our society the way we are. What we're investing in young players,
totally has.
Diets, training.
As a matter of fact, I would go out to venture is to say, you're going to say the numbers have gone up. Guess what? That means niggas don't play defense. That's all that means. And that's all that is happening. So that actually means that the talent is going down.
But if you watch
to play both sides of the court, then that means that it's going down.
But Bill, if you watch a fight between two drunk mediocre dickheads, right? Example, if you're walking down the street out of the bar, you see two drunk mediocre dickheads fight the shit out of each other, and you go, man, that's a good fight. But they both were assholes. They both sucked at it. Just because now sometimes talent goes to one team versus not to another team.
I'm not talking about
and you
teams
see a blowout or whatever. It doesn't mean overall talent in our country is going down.
I'm not talking about players going to another team.
You said talent in our country is going down, which is not true.
I said talent in the NBA.
It doesn't make any sense.
And in the NFL, in some degree, but for different reasons.
No, it's more diluted.
It's going down.
It's too little butter over too much bread. That's all it is.
No. What it is there's not these
and you don't
know
believe
how to play
in
basketball.
Then you don't believe
That's
in
a fact.
Innovation and evolution.
When I see motherfuckers go ISO 32 times in a row and all of them miss a shot, and you still do it, that means you don't know how to play basketball, right. My guy.
One last thing. You're an Alabama guy. You guys invest.
Which also has nothing to do
No. Yes, it does. Because you guys invest millions of dollars.
I don't have any money invested in anything.
Look at Alabama as a university invests millions of dollars into the most high-tech training facilities, fucking machines that measure all these things and blah, blah, blah. But you're telling me that's not working?
Yeah,
and it's not putting out better talent?
What? We don't go sit in fucking bitch-ass niggas' houses and offer them scholarships. That's why we were winning, because we go sit in real niggas' houses.
I'm talking about what you're
will you come and play for us? Because we'll fucking get your ass to the NFL.
Bill, you're missing my point. You're missing my point. No, Bill, stop. My point was
you have to answer your question.
No, my point was what you put out to the NFL. I'm saying you said NFL and NBA talent is going down. So that means all the money you're investing in your players are going down.
Saban
it's not working.
Smart players. He don't go. There'll be the most talented guy out there. He only goes to get smart ones.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
You're missing the point, but
talent hasn't gone down in the NBA though, dude.
It has,
or the NFL. It hasn't gone down.
Name me your future. Future top 5 future NBA player.
Top 5 future NBA players.
Like about to be better than LeBron. About to be better than everybody.
Colin Sexton.
No, nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody knew
Sexton.
that LeBron was going to be that good.
Hey,
I appreciate y'all.
That's just one.
Hey, let's get a high five in here for the most sweaty, heated, volatile.
Oh no, this is not
excellent adventure I've been a part of personally. Go Bucks! Go Bucks!
Yeah, they won't even make the playoffs next year.
Shit, you won't play my playoffs either.
Watch, they not going to the playoffs.
You guys, what FCS teams? What FCS teams?
You talking about Bama? Anyway, you can go online and subscribe, like.
You guys playing Milton University? Ew.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that.
Think there's a deeper metaphor there?
Run through a motherfucker face. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Like the military, the rise of the soldier cop, black children are dead and buried. Contemplating complexities of the judicial system. The cops be perpetrating, the victims be in the prison. I'm screaming at them to stop, but they don't bother to listen. The sound of gunshots is too loud, the bullets is whizzing. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down, down. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down, down.
Jade M15 started yesterday. For us as Americans, too busy being entertained by the sports and movies and the scandals, now they even care. All this is a genesis, the martial law everywhere. Population control now administered by police. Mothers going to the morgue late at night, the scary sheets as their sons are laying under. Officers get suspended or rewarded. Yep, the suits never ended, you can't ignore it. Our government strip us now of the privacy and the freedoms. In the city get angels, the popo viewed as the demons. And the officers are running around, racist and strapped. Psychologically trained to shoot you right in your back. If you black, oh, is that right? Still bumping pigs when they walking up with the flashlight. And every time they gonna tell me, turn that shit